Section 5.4, Properties of Logarithms. In this section, we're just going to learn some of the basic rules to manipulate logarithms. And the first rule we're going to cover is logarithms turn multiplications into additions. In other words, if I have, say, log base 7 of 7x, just looking at this, there's a multiplication in between there, the 7 times the x. So I can rewrite that as log base 7 of 7 plus log base 7 of x. And conversely, they turn additions into multiplications. So suppose I had the natural log of 3 plus the natural log of y. I could combine those two into the natural log of 3y. So multiplications and additions, you can go back and forth between them with logarithms. Similarly, divisions can be turned into subtractions and vice versa. So if I had the common log of x over 3, I could rewrite that as common log of x minus the common log of 3. Just remember, if it's on the bottom, it gets a minus in front of it. Or log base 2x minus log base 2y can be rewritten as log base 2 x over y. Here, if it has a negative, it goes on the bottom. Some of the other rules are exponents can be turned into multiplications. For instance, if I had the common log of 3 squared, I could rewrite that as 2 times the common log of 3. The 2 just comes out in front of the multiplication. And I can go the other way as well. 2 times the natural log of x is the same thing as the natural log of x squared. So multiplications turn into exponents, exponents turn into multiplications. And next are just a few of those rules that we've already covered. Anytime you have a log 1, the answer is 0. If the bases are the same, they basically cancel out and the exponent just drops down. And similarly, if I have a raised to the log a power and the bases are the same, again, they cancel out and the x just drops down. So the two main things you're going to be doing in this section are completely expanding and condensing logarithms. So you'll be given something that looks like this, and you'll be asked to completely expand that logarithm. So what you're going to do first is get rid of the multiplications and the divisions. So let's do that. So that would leave log base b, p squared, plus log base b, q to the 6th, minus log base b, m to the 4th, minus log base b, b to the 7th. Okay, so you'll note, if it's on top, it has a plus. If it's on the bottom, it gets a minus. And the last thing I have to do is just get rid of the exponents. And I do that by turning them into multiplications. So I move that 2 out in front, that 6 out in front, that 4 out in front, and that's 7 out in front. And I'm almost done. We always try and simplify whenever we can. And log base b, b is just going to be 7. Yeah, 7 times log base b of b is just 7. And we're done. So let's try one more of these. And again, first thing we're going to do when we're expanding is get rid of the multiplications and divisions. So it'll be natural log of 6 minus natural log of 5 minus natural log of x to the 5th minus natural log of y. And again, if it's on top, it's positive. If it's on the bottom, it gets a negative. And then all I have to worry about is getting rid of the exponents by turning them into multiplications. And we're done. So now let's work the other way. Okay, we're going to condense this one into a single logarithm. So what we're going to do here is first get rid of the multiplications. So I'm going to get rid of that 1/2 first. And if you hate c to the 1/2, you could write that as the square root of c. It's exactly the same thing. And then we're going to get rid of the addition. And we're done. Or again, if you prefer, that. Let's try one more. Alright, when I combine these together, it's a minus, so the natural log of x plus 2 is going on the bottom. And now you're going to run into a few of these. We're going to have to see if it simplifies. Whenever you're done with these, see if you can simplify anything. In this one, we can factor this. And now I have factors of x plus 2 in both numerator and denominator, so they will cancel. And we're just left with the natural log of x minus 7.